Hey, what's up, ladies and germs? It's GleeCon back again. And today I think we're gonna do it in our vanilla walkthrough. I think we're gonna finally turn full Traitor and join the Bloodsail Buccaneers. So stay a while and listen as we take GleeCon back into the Cape of Stranglethorn. Currently, those pesky Buccaneers are unfriendly toward me, but we're pretty high up in making them change their opinion. Okay, got some new patches that came in even since yesterday. I'm gonna even though it was 7 minutes old, I'm gonna reapply my poisons. We're gonna fly over. We are at 1,600. We found a pretty good spot where we can hunt Bloodsail, Booty Bay, whatever they're called. Okay, so we need to. There we go. They're ready to fight me. Okay, cool. And then I just gotta get back in the vibe. I mean, I just can't be particularly like evil or whatever. I mean, like focused on what I do. Okay, like I gotta get myself into a nice. There we go. That was actually a bad one. Okay, there we go. The goal is to now just keep on going. Now, we don't get anything except reputation when we fight these guys. So that's the focus. Get the reputation and let it rock and roll. We have 7 minutes on XP, but we're not. But like I just said, we're not getting XP, so it's only 2. I think we can get more people. Really try. Like, I think I can go try to find a couple other dudes. His thing wore off. See, they are sort of kind of. This is what we need to get going on here. We need to get some more dudes. Actually, it was right there. That's how we got so many. Okay. There we go. And now I can start getting a few more. Spread that one to everybody. And yep, here we go. We're gonna get that grind going. I don't like that they're rooting me so much. Okay. And there's only 2 like this. It's also feel like we can probably get some more. Like, get that guy. Gotta be real careful though. You can't turn your backs to these dudes. They will be jerks about the whole thing. There's a Booty Bay Bruiser. We gotta get him in on the action. Gotta go recruit a few more. Okay, so yeah, there we go. There's some over there too. There we go. Okay, so this is where it really gets good. You gotta just start getting all of them in on it. Okay. Alright, and the grind. Now, once this grind is over, we're going for those pirates. So that's going to happen today for us. I really think. We have a quest called something right there. I don't know what it's all about, but okay. Don't you do that to me. At least get that one. There we go. Okay. Get more bleeding. We are already up to 1905, and then I think we have to get all the way to friendly. Perfect. Okay, now that one's not good anymore. Come on, you old booty bay bruisers. So thanks everybody for joining. I appreciate it. This has been a journey that we've been in the process for weeks because we had to take this character who I don't even remember what we were when it all started. But it was... Oh, we just picked up some of these other people too. It was certainly not anything small, you know? We were... I mean, it was pretty small. I don't remember what... I know we started... I think we were in the teens of levels when we started this whole process out. And started going to the arena, hunting down some arena stuff. And then... Oh, there goes a nice little crit. It's not as good as it was yesterday. I mean, I feel like we really had something going yesterday. I don't know why. So... Why it's so much less effective today. Look, somebody has a robot chicken just chilling right there. Or it says it's a non-combat pet, so that's actually not someone having it. That is like like I think that's like a pet. It's from the game. Might as well go here. I don't know what we're gonna do with all this. There we go. That one was a big splash. He just instantly dies. These weaker ones just die right away. Like the NPCs. And I do feel kind of bad killing these quest givers. Not my intention, but at least they spawn back really fast, unlike in classic days. And these people don't. They don't die like that. But that chicken is new. It says it was originally obtained via the trading card game. It's no longer in print, but you can still buy it in the black market, real life, or real life auction house. Alright, so... Whoa. Yeah, see, I feel like there's got to be a better place for us to get some of these guys. This guy's name, Hugh Hags, the patient. Hugh Hags, the patient. Just trying to find some splash. See, I feel like I can hit that guy up there, maybe. Dang it, wrong one. Maybe this is better. We're not really vibing in the same way. 2100. There's a Brewmaster Monk, the Hearthstone Steed. Come on, come to me. You just immediately spawned right there, huh? Dang it. Bad move on my part. Yeah, I'm just killing them too fast. Darn it. So we're not getting into that infinite vibe we had yesterday. Okay, maybe we can get like an infinite vibe going. I go. Right, if we kind of get everything going. Yeah, they just hit so hard. Come on. Come to Papa. Alright, this is maybe better. Now that I've gotten... Because I think basically kind of the way it works is like... Once you have some, like, from a certain pool, they will start spawning. Like, they will continue to come after you. I think that's how it works. And I think that's what I'm trying to get going here, because we're not going at quite the same rate we were going before. Even this, we're just... For some reason, we're tearing through them a little too fast. And I don't know what the story is. And why was my pool of killing so good before? And now it's kind of slowed. 24.5. I'm gonna need altogether... We've gained about 1,000, and we needed 4,500, so... Like, we're a little bit... We're probably around a quarter. I don't freaking know. Ow! So back here, I'm going to try to emulate what we had before. I'm going to try. Don't know if we're going to be successful. Looks like we're keeping maybe 3 at a time. 500. And then we slowly get them out. Lame. Unless I just wasn't as good yesterday. But I don't think that. I really think for whatever reason, we were getting a nice... nice little... Dang it, that was an accident. Just had a nice little stream. Maybe if we go back this far. Darn it. $600. Welcome to my life now, guys. It's actually not that bad. Like, this isn't like my whole life everywhere. This is just what we're doing for a little bit of time. This is not gonna be the whole episode. I mean, probably my guess is an hour. So if you want to sit through an hour of this, I mean, I guess forewarned is forearmed, or whatever the saying goes. I do like how they run around like that. Come to the rescue, guys. We need you. Come to mama. Yeah, just maybe if I just keep adding them in like that. I'm definitely standing in a weird spot, though. There we go. Gotta spread those bleeds. Before you know it, we're gonna hit. We'll hit neutral, and then it's really gonna be serious. Okay, so 15 seconds to slice and dice. I'm okay on that front. Whatever, we'll reactivate. It'd be nice to get the... it would be nice to get... I can't even... Sometimes I do that pause delay from thinking or whatever I'm doing, and then I just... I never finish my thought. It's what happens when you talk for 2 hours on end. You gotta kind of let yourself get into like stream of consciousness mode. And hopefully I can stay focused and finish my thoughts, but definitely it does not happen all the time. Definitely get lost in the sauce sometimes. There we go, I like that. There's a bunch more dudes. Okay. Love it. Nice, that was a big burst of damage. Come on, get us there. So, with this, we will be roughly 1/3 of the way. Once we hit friendly, we'll be 1/3 of the way into our episode here, or into our grind. Not necessarily the whole episode, because we still have to actually do the pirate stuff. Tomorrow we will be going to get our very own rocket chicken, or something of the sort. That will be the focus of the day. And really what we need to do is, like, there we go, we just hit neutral. Heck yeah. I can tell you without any shadow of a doubt in my mind that I have never done this before. Not in all my years of playing WoW. I've never done it. So, take that. Take whatever you want from that. So this is another 3,000. I like that we've got percentage bar too. But we are roughly 1/3 with the grind, and the time is 20 minutes. So like I said, an hour. Man, here we go. Recon doing it again with those good mathematical estimations. It's like I do math for a living. Poorly at that. Roughly estimating, and then, of course, ignore any time that I'm wrong. That's the... Mathematician 101. Or more specifically, Data Guy 101. You gotta celebrate when we're right, and we gotta bury the lead when we're wrong. And that is how we will comport ourselves. 175. Come on. Come on, bro. Yar! You know, when you guys act like pirates, but you're not even a pirate, even though I will be a pirate. This is why people don't like you. You booty bay bruisers. This is why. I guess this is probably about where we were at yesterday, where we could just have a steady stream of at least around 3. Ah, no. If you waste that mark on someone that's close to death, that is a bummer. It takes away a big time from which you can do energy regeneration. That's really the main. It's sure it gives a bleed to help that guy die faster, but it's really my main purpose of having it right now is the energy regeneration. Then I play those bleeds, and even though they're about to go, they do refund energy when they die, but also I didn't get it in time. Bummer. Alright, come on. Keep them coming, Booty Bay Bruisers. We are up to 9%. I just want to get that guy in the next one. Up to 10%. I don't even know, like, what each one is. Each one is 25. 30 would be 1%. So that's why sometimes it won't even move up 1% with a kill. Mm-hmm. 12% of the way through neutral to friendly. Gotta get that rupture. And the cycle continues. Yeah, so yesterday, this is what we did today. We're gonna finish this. Truly. I started looking through some, I think, at the end of the last episode. To kind of get an idea of where we were gonna be at. Oh. What is up with this? What is up with this, bro? Come on, send me more. We slowed down at approximate... Whoa, no. 15%. So, is it me? Is it them? Who can really say? Bobbity boo boo boo. Because every time I kill 3, that, yeah. Because we would need more than 100. From where we're at. Alright, we're at 525. I cannot complain with 525. That is, yeah, 18%. Come on. Come on. Keep on keeping on. Just keep spreading those bleeds. Cool. Alright, we are up to flat 20%. Excellent. Which is, yeah, 625. No, I did it again. Perfect. Okay, good. We're drawing in some more from the crowds. I'm on night. Now here's where a mod might be useful, because there's a slight difference between when I would use Phantom Knives versus Crimson Death. And I just used Crimson Death to be on the safe side, but if I already knew, like, for instance, they were all afflicted with a bleed, then why would I use Crimson Knives again? It's just, you know, kind of a weaker damage source. I mean, or not, it's a more expensive damage source. Alright, we're at a quarter of the way through neutral. We're getting there, my lads. I don't think this one's gonna spread as well as I'm hoping. Okay, cool. It did. It did. It did spread it. Yeah, there's really like I said on the last episode, it's kind of like this perfect storm of it's engaging enough, 28% for my muscle, like my hand-eye coordination, my muscle memory, that I can't fully concentrate on everything, like my perfect, like really fixate on the talking side, and yet it's the content itself is not particularly special. What we're doing, like, there's no lore, it's a full-on grind. So it is, that's like the worst possible combo. But we have to do this. We're up to 925. Spread the garrote around some more. Alright. 950. Come on. With this old pirate music in the background. And I wish you at least got, like, XP for this, but you don't. Keep on keeping on. Keep on joining the fray. Whoa, 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 whoa. Someone... What the heck? Who got me? Just as I died. Alright, so... That's annoying. Somehow... I must have had... One of them must have slightly got my flank. Because it's not telling me what killed me. We're exactly at 1,000. We need 2,000 reputation. Don't mess with me now, guys. Come on. We've been doing this for half an hour. Yeah, somehow. don't know. I'm truly not sure exactly what happened. But whatever. I should have been paying attention to my life a little more. Because that's the easy fix if you just... I mean, I have evasion, even though evasion doesn't work from the back anyway. So if I did get blindsided from the back, that wasn't going to save me. Alright. My guess is I was twisted a little bit, and that one of these guys came in at just the right angle. If I had to be a betting man. Luckily, while we're not getting XP or anything, it did not count as part of our durability at all either. There you go. Yeah, something like that. So, disappointment, but... Alright, 1,000. Come on, mates. And had we come in here where you could one-shot, would have been a little better. I can't even imagine trying to do this in Classic. Like, you would seriously... You would have to be insane. Because you would be doing this... 1 or 2 mobs at a time. And maybe the experience would have been more painful or whatever, but or less pain. I don't know. Painful is not the right word. Maybe the whole experience would have been less buggy. I don't know. There might be something to it, but. So, still, you would have to, it would be so tight. You would, on that one, literally probably be looking at it. Because if the Booty Bay guards are, I don't know, what are they in Classic? Let's just say, maybe they're 50, but they're like a juiced up 50. Then it would probably be about as, maybe it would only ever be as hard as we're killing right now, but I don't think you could be as sustainable. The game was absolutely not as friendly to this sort of grind. 1250. Went down to 1. Maybe somehow Landrill Longshot got me. Bobbity boop boop boo. Alright. But yeah, I mean, who's a fan of this? You know what I was realizing when I was doing some of my research last night? We're gonna also have to grind out to Exalted with the Timber Maw, and it will not be with this girl here, because it has one of the people that needs it is a priest. So we're gonna have to take, I mean, is a tailor. So we're gonna have to take whoever our tailor is. I can either do it with my troll priest or I could do it with my mage. Mage might be easier to grind it out with. To give them, they love me in that battle. Because we have to get exalted with the stupid. But those, yeah, it's got to be those 2 people. Those are my 2 options. Since it has to be with a tailor. Alright, crushing these guys. Come on, mateys. Alrighty, come on. Oh, now that guy got dragged in. Please, please. Please help me. Make love to me. That's a South Park joke. I'm not actually beseeching lovemaking. Don't get it twisted. That's inappropriate. It's from... I was doing the voice when the lady's like, make love to me, Randy. On South Park. Old school South Park episodes. Where are we at? Oh my gosh, 2 more. 2 more and we'll be halfway through neutral. This guy, after this guy, will be halfway through neutral. 800 damage. Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Come on, mates. Alright, we are past the halfway mark of neutral. So that's 2/3. We are 2/3 of the way through the grind right now. All we can do is kind of just mathematically sit back and enjoy the freaking ride. It's whatever. It is what it is. Like, if it was me by myself, I think I would have to put on a podcast or a show in the corner, or, you know. I actually don't ever do that, really. I'm not much of a show in the corner kind of guy. But I can absolutely see the appeal. I'd have to do that for sure. This is like the kind of thing I'd be doing late at night. I would save this for like late at night. My wife's at work. I'm gonna just sit here, put on a podcast or some music or whatever, and just grind. Just know, like, okay, I'm gonna do this for an hour before bed or whatever, you know? Like, that's the kind of thing. But instead, we get to do it together. And instead of completely vegging out, I will talk the entire time. So it's probably not as good. I really probably should be better. Oh, we've killed our dudes. We were too efficient. What are my flaws? I'm too efficient. I love my wife too much. I care too much. That's, I've actually tried to do that, like, I've tried to spin that with, like, I kind of oscillate in both ways. Like, I really feel like being a competitive job interviewee kind of a person, it requires you to tap into some parts of yourself that I truly hate. Like, I am not a self-promoting salesman, and you have to be that way. What I can do is be confident to the point where my wife will sometimes say that I'm coming off as either arrogant or braggadocious. Like, she's heard me do, like, Zoom interviews or whatever before. So, but then I oscillate, because then I'm also very humble, and I think I just needed to pick a lane. Like, a lot of the times I won't give credit where credit's due. Like, I was in a job interview, and during the interview at some point, one of these interviews I did, I was like, you know, they're like, why are you the best for the job? And I'm like, I can't say if I'm the best for the job. I don't know who you're interviewing. And in a shocking twist, I did not get that job. But I mean, in reality, I don't know. How am I supposed to know? So it's really not about that. It's about, give me a BS self-selling answer. And I hate that. I don't want to do that. There's too much of a devil's advocate in me where I'm like, don't make me play that game. And like what? If I don't play that game, I'm not going to be good for your company, or I'm not going to be good for your branch or whatever. Is that what that really means? That's what I also hate. Like, you're going to just get the same kind of people in management and bureaucracy. People that are good at playing that game. Are they the best people for the job? Unless you can find somebody who knows you, that gets into a position above you, that will give you a chance. So those are the only two ways to rise to power. Basically, right place, right time, know the right people. And then you might get the best for the job. Or go into, you know, you're going to pick the person that just BS's and says knows how to play the game the right way. And, I mean, I work in politics. I mean, I don't work in politics. I work for the government. So, you know, people climb high enough up the ranks, you know, you become governor. You work for the whatever. So, there are people that walk that path. And, sure, I guess, walking the walk and talking the talk is an important part of that. But is even that the part? Look where that's gotten us. Like, I just don't... I don't know. I'm torn between being like totally jaded and be like, you know what? Maybe I just need to just let the chips fall where they may. Just go in and go out and not think about my work as like, you know, I read an article or something somewhere, or I heard something where it was like, America is one of the only countries where when someone asks you, what are you? You might say like, I am a doctor, I am a teacher, I am a lawyer. And that's their go-to reaction. And, you know, or what do you do? And they're automatically default to their profession. And I think that's... I never really thought of that as being an abnormal, like, that's not necessarily the norm for everywhere, everyone, everywhere. There are plenty of people whose identity doesn't start with their career. You know, I'm an electrician, I'm a bus driver, whatever, like, there are plenty of places in the world, I think, where what you do is totally different. I mean, ultimately... What are the things we do? Well, of course, selfishly, they're the things that help us pay money, that pay our bills, that put food in our fridge. But they're also, what are we contributing to the greater structure of society? I think we have a problem with, you know, money for the sake of money being hoisted up right now. You know, you have like venture capitalists and stuff like that literally do nothing. All they do is flip countries, or people that flip houses. Like, people that flip houses, what are you doing? In reality. Now, at least with a person that flips a house, you could argue you're maybe putting a fresh coat of paint on it, but not really. Not commensurate with the value of what you do. All you're really doing is jacking up the housing market. But that's really a lesser extent. And if there's housing flippers out there, and everybody's got to go to bed at night, and so really you do that in one of two ways. You either convince yourself that you are contributing to society, that you are, by the way, we're at 2,000, we're down to the final 1,000, that you are participating in the greater good. That this flipping houses that you do, it does matter. That there's a value in that. And I'm not a house flipper. Maybe there really truly is something. Maybe you could argue that you are putting in the work to find the deals. You're turning over stones and using connections to do things that the average person might not, and then you're going to put those houses and lots in a market that otherwise might not see them and get those places into the hands of people that need a place to live. Okay, maybe that's true. I don't think so. I doubt that. It's certainly not altruistic. There's not very many of us that do jobs purely for altruism because that's a luxury. You can't work for altruism if you don't have a roof over your head or if your belly is rumbling. You can't. You simply can't. So, you have to get paid first, and we would all like to live more comfortably. So, very few of us are, completely self-martyrize ourselves, and so there's a line of scripture, and I am fairly well versed in the Bible. I've read it numerous times. Many people can lay claim to. I'm not unique or special in that. But one thing that I can say is that I'm familiar with the stories, and I might not know the line of scripture. I can't remember, but anyway, there's a famous. It's in the New Testament. I remember that much. I do not remember the exact person. I don't remember if it was Paul or Simon or Ringo. No. I can't remember who was the person, or if it was one of the, the apostles that have gospels. But there's basically a line when they're talking about celibacy and what its place is in society. Now you can't. The human race, first of all, let's just follow this to like the mathematical or logical argument tactic of reductio ad absurdum. So let's take the argument and duplicate it to such a degree that you take it to an absurd extreme, and you can therefore like disprove or show fallibility in something. So for those of us on Earth that say that celibacy and is the way to live, that you should be like a nun or a monk, and ultimately if you want to be the most happy, the most peace, whatever, if you want to do the most good on Earth, you should be celibate. Okay, so there's factions of the church, and there are cloisters within the different religions that have people that are celibate. However, to reductio ad absurdum, we can't all. If we all actually would the world be a utopia if everybody was celibate? No. Obviously, the human race would die out. It's common sense. So, take that a step further. Basically, what the line in this passage in the Bible, and I'm paraphrasing, says is, it is good to be celibate. However, not everybody can be that. So if that is your calling, that is awesome. You should follow that calling, and you are holy and blessed for doing so. The rest of us should not, should realize that's not going to be where we live at, and you should whatever. Like basically, you're lower down the period in terms of pure holiness, but you're still completely essential. Because life and humanity couldn't go without you. You're still loved by God. You're still blessed, or whatever. If you're not religious, however you want to think about it, it's the same thing with like being vegetarian or not being vegetarian. Okay, there's a reason why you smell the savory meat of flesh, and it makes your mouth water. For most people, there's obviously psychological factors that are going to come into play here. But if you are starving and it's a life or death situation, most people are going to take a chomp out of a meat hamburger or a steak if it was that or dying, or eat a fish if it was that or dying. So the point being there is that that argument in itself is sort of a luxury. Vegetarianism is a luxury. And that's the whole concept of things like that. We don't hurt our fellow man because we have the luxury of living in a society. We can choose to be vegetarian or vegan because we have the luxury of living in a world where those things are both fiscally and practically responsible. There are many areas of the world where they don't. Now, whether or not you have a moral imperative to do those things, to say these things exist, so now morally we have the right to, that's a whole other argument.
Keep it real.
That's not what I'm here to get into. I don't even remember what I was going to get into with all this, as a matter of fact. So, and that's just part for the course. I went down such a rabbit hole with all of this, that I can't remember anymore. Can't remember my point. But I'm sure it had something to do with the fact that you take a moral high ground and it might be good for the goose, but you have to be forgiving or accommodating or non-judgmental, or whatever, because what's good for one might not be good for all, and it shouldn't be. And so I guess you could make that same kind of argument. I guess I was maybe tying it to this whole interview process and whether you should be a salesperson. Somehow I came from there to this. So, and I was tracing the whole job thing. So, I feel like there's a little bit of all this, like, should your career be your defining trait? Is your profession what you are? I don't know. Is it what you do? And then, do you have the moral imperative to do something in society? So like I said, we all want to work and we all want to make money. There are obviously going to be a spectrum. This is where this all came down to. Obviously, there's going to be a spectrum of the percentage of people who work to just get money versus the percentage of people who work and money is part of it, and the more of it, sure, the better, but ultimately we do it because we want to make the world a better place. And probably, ideally, you want some combination of those two things, you know? We're down to... So... And ideally, you probably wouldn't it be great to live in a world where you could be comfortable? Maybe even have a little bit of luxury. AKA the middle class. And know that you're doing good on this earth. You know? If you are a government employee, there's many people that probably don't feel that you have a positive thing on earth. Like you're more trouble than you're worth. Like the extreme libertarians, you know, and more to some greater or lesser degree, some flavor of libertarian everywhere probably thinks that. You know, there should be basically almost little to no government control. People that work in the government, some of them are doing it because maybe they ultimately seek aspirations of higher power, but I think most are like myself, who chose a lower paying career field that, even though it's highly specialized and requires a moderate to high level of education, does not pay a commensurate amount because you feel that there is a moral imperative to improve the world in which you live. Now, you look at something else, like let's say you're a server. Well, a server, they're necessary. People want to be able to go out to eat. They want to have the option in this world of not cooking for their food or celebrating, having a feast or whatever of their own occasion. Someone has to serve that food. And servers get paid pretty decently in tips. commensurate with the level of education, you know, compared to the level of education and the amount of, like, cognitive burden that you have to take home. Now, believe me, being a server is stressful as hell. I've done that in my life, and it's probably one of the most stressful jobs I've ever held. I have some very, very, very high-pressure moments in my current career, and I don't think I've ever come closer to having, like, a full-blown panic attack as when I was a server in the weeds on, like, a busy, you know, sporting event or something like that. Like, when everyone is, all these people are in town, and you're working a 13-hour shift, and everybody's pissed, and you're forgetting your orders, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, we need 6 more guys. I believe, if I'm doing my math right. So, anyway, I just don't know if what I have. So these people that are out there, like I said, venture capitalists or whatever, you're playing the stock market, you're not creating value. You know, you are not. You are moving money around from one place to another and skimming off of the top. You're not improving. Firing people is not streamlining or improving a business necessarily. And for the most part, it's not. What you are doing is making shareholders. You're not serving society. You're serving a highly specific set of society, aka shareholders, to the enshittification of everything else. So, sorry, pardon my language. I don't normally use profanity on this show, but I'll get my PG-13 rating for this episode because it's a very apt word that I've stolen from other people that talk about these things that are much smarter than me. But that's exactly, that's the problem. And I really think that boils down to, I have a philosophy in life. I don't think society is ultimately about the religious or the not religious. I don't think it's about Republicans versus Democrats or any flavor in between or anything on that spectrum. I don't think it's about, ultimately, man versus woman, black versus white, or any race versus anything else, while all of these things do play. These are elements within, there we go, we did it. I think the ultimate dichotomy, and I do think life is dichotomous, I think ultimately the dichotomy of life is between people that think it is you have a moral imperative as a human being to make the world better for all of the other people on Earth, even if that causes you an inconvenience, pain, or suffering, or comes at the cost of your either personal expense or earning potential, versus those that think it is our moral imperative to protect your own family, your own kingdom, your own fiefdom, and that is the ultimate, most noble thing in bettering the lives of you and yours specifically, and being protectionist of those things. Now, I think you can live in a world where these things have some overlapping areas to them. I'm not saying that they don't, and I'm not saying life is black and white, but to a certain extent, I think it ultimately is. All right, Avast Ye, Admiral, Avast Ye, Scallywag, and dressing the part. Let's look these are the 3 up. We finally can do this. So dressing the part is Fleet Master Farallon. Look at this. We can now... Can't talk to these guys yet. Notice. I said yet. So anyway, you can tell me, you can sound off about what you think my theory, what a piece of crap, like everybody's a butthole. Everybody, opinions are like a butthole, everybody has them and they all stink. That's certainly me in a nutshell. It's Captain Keelhauss, this is not the correct one. But there is a guy, Sweet Gary Gumps, that can now sell and repair for us. 27 gold. Oh, look at this. He can also sell these little guns. Cool.
Be careful.
Cool. All right.
What can I do for you? Be careful.
Okay, so I just bought those guns for funsies just to get them as transmogs. Alright, so that's not Fleet Master for Alan. That's cool. I haven't... I mean, they weren't very much. A couple silver. Yeah, I really think it boils down to that. I think that's why people vote. The way that they vote. I think it's why people like the politicians that they like. I think ultimately it comes down to that. Now, do I think that all of these... I already have those parrots, so I don't need that. I don't think it's, you know... I'm not saying that one political party is always aligned to the other, and or that you make a political choice based on that. Like, you know, those things ebb and flow. But I think it does speak to it.
Hey there.
Alright, we have dressing the part and Avast Ye Admiral. Dressing the part.
Greetings.
Yar, if you be keen on enjoying the company of us experienced sea dogs, you best believe dressing like a blackguard. Here, put on something proper for I keel haul your hide. Days are 50 better than ever did that old dog Red-Eyed Ben. Lost him in a devil of a storm at sea. Wearing with pride, mate.
Can I help you?
Love it! We just gained all of these cosmetics. I freaking love it. We now have the Bloodsail cosmetics. I'm a freaking pirate, baby. Feel like I got to wear those cosmetics now that I worked so hard for them. Okay, so this was called dressing the part. Okay, so now we need Avast Ye Admiral. We need to do those. We also need another one, which is called Avast Ye Scallywag. We need both. Pretty Boy Duncan is what we need first, actually. Pretty Boy Duncan. So before we pick up Avast Ye Admiral, let's go get it, because I don't want to... You can skip it like we just did. But we want to make sure we pick up Avast Ye Scallywag. Where the heck is Pretty Boy Duncan at? Okay, so he's on this ship, I believe. Yeah, there he is. Oh, well, what the heck? Why can't I pick it up? I have those things. Oh no! Are you freaking kidding me? You can turn in, do not go. You must be hated. I'm pretty sure I am hated with them. Why is he not giving me the quest? I think there's something else. Good boy... Oh. Good boy Bruce Worgen. Thank gosh. Okay. Thank gosh, I forgot. I read that somewhere. Good boy Bruce Worgen, not Pretty Boy Duncan. At the Bloodsail camp at 4161. Like right there. Okay. Whew. I thought we just cooked ourselves. I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to have to do this with somebody else. There he is. Oh, thank God. Avast Ye Scallywag.
Gleekon, yeah, I've heard of you. I heard that you're no friend of Booty Bay, just like us Bloodsail Buccaneers. Fleetmaster Farallon is looking for hale and hearty women, just like you, for a special mission. If you're interested, head on out to the Crimson Vale and speak with them below deck. She's anchored off the wild coast east of here, next to the Riptide and Damsel's Lock. Okay, so Avast Ye Scallywag, thank God. Okay, so now we can get that. What else do we have? So the only other ones after this... So we have Avast Ye Admiral, Avast Ye Scaler dressing the part. We already did Arena Master. So the only ones we still need are Traitor to the Bloodsail. We have to do all of these other ones now. We're going to do those today too, since they're all tied in together. Basically each of the goblin areas has a quest associated with it.
Greetings.
Avast Ye Scallywag, I hear that you be the type for a bit of the skullduggery. Well, if you're no friend of Booty Bay, then you might have a special place with the Bloodsail Buccaneers. Arr.
What can I do for you?
Okay, that was Avast Ye Scallywag. Avast Ye, Scallywag. So anyway, listen close, sea dog. The powers of Booty Bay is what keeps us Bloodsail from selling as we like and taking what we want as right to plunder. Were you to put a knife to Fleetmaster Seahorn, we'd ne'er run afoul of a Booty Bay vessel. Were you to put a knife to Baron Revelgaz, we'd ne'er face the law on their terms. If you're to be an honourable Admiral among us, yes, Admiral, you'll put a knife to both of them, as I says. Go now, lass, and return to me once she does the deeds, and then you'll get the cool Admiral hat. Duh, we gotta do it. Obviously. So anyway, that was some unwanted, I'm sure, philosophy, opinion from old Gleekon today. Oh, instantly killed. Okay, gotta get out of there. And they throw some little rocks at you. Alright, so they are easy at least, because they're NPCs, they just died instantly. Now, we are going to be in a little bit of a bind, because now these guys will always hate us. So we might have to do something about that at some point in time. How bad is our rep with them? Oh, full on. Full on 36,000 hated. Yikes. So, it almost makes this character like a dead character.
Can I help you?
Avast Ye Admiral Gleekon, you're a pirate of pirates, lass. It warms the cackles in my heart to give you this hat. You'll never find one like it anywheres, and all that gazes upon you will see that you're an admiral of the Bloodsail Navy.
See you later.
Avast Ye Admiral Achievement. Title, the Bloodsail Admiral. Hip hip arr, hip hip arr. 3 cheers for Gleekon, Admiral of the Bloodsail Buccaneer Navy. I love it. Ooh. Nice cosmetic. That's fantastic. That is fantastic, I say. Alright. Should we transmog our gear? How much will it cost? Transmog into this. I'd be curious.
Come, shop, browse. Smell.
Blood sail. Okay. Give me that pirate.
There we go. Give me that pirate shirt. No. No. Give me those pants. Alright. I love that. She's a pirate. How much can... How do I do it? You have a free transmog. I will use it for free. Okay, so now my girl is a pirate, and I feel like that's fair. She should be a pirate. She deserves it. And let's give her that title. How do I change that again? I forgot. I forgot how to do titles on my character. Thought you... Oh, here we go. What was it? What did I gain? Bloodsail Admiral. Yeah. Bloodsail Admiral Gleecon. Freaking love it. Alright, now we gotta do some damage control. So, we have to go back and do Traitor to the Bloodsail. Because now that we have what we want, we don't need them. Bloodsail Traitor is located right there. You need 40 silk cloth and 4 red dye. So we obviously don't have the 4 red dye. We do not even have 40 silk cloth. So we need 12 more silk cloth. Let's go grab that first. We could probably get that from any humanoid around here. We need 12. We probably could get it from the actual Bloodsail, but I don't care about them. Find some pirates. There's old Gorlash. Or like some trolls. They probably have it. Where y'all at? I'm not foraging right now. I only want to eat these ogres over here. There used to be some ogres right around here. These are like the same, but they're different. That's a rare. But he's a 30 now. I'm not going to kill a rare at 30. That's cruel. Alright, here's the ruins of this. Alright, let's see if these... See, these guys, now they do. These ones do have a insta-kill feature. There you go. 1 silk, we need 11 more. So these ones... So that is a thing, it just doesn't work on Beauty Bay Bruisers for whatever reason. Okay, that's 2 more, so we're up to needing 9 more. 8 more. That's good. The drop rate on this is pretty good. And then I've got to go buy that 7 more. Where can I buy it from? I don't know.
I'm out of range.
Okay. Darn it. Come on, you witch doctors. I was doing so good. 6 more. Whoa, this guy just like jumped off. Look at him. That's cool. Come on. 4 more. That's because I looted both of those for me. This this guy... Nope, he's just a Zanzil hunter. This is where the one guy used to be, the quest guy. Okay. Come on. Stop jumping around. Got him. Bummer. Oh, well, at least they're respawning pretty fast now. Who even knows what I'm doing other than just going and farming silver? That's wool. We're gonna need that, but not right now. Okay, 3 more. What's our time at right now? Because we're basically done. We have to do these 3 quests, so we're still good. I'd like to finish these. 2 more. I'd like to finish this one. There's a ratchet one. Okay. We now no longer need our Hearthstone set here, so that's good. Yeah, we do have some grinding ahead of us, because before we can do anything else, we are gonna have to get... Yeah, we need 2 more. Gonna have to get exalted with the Timber Maw, and then we've got some other serious... we do have still some major grinding spots left. Darn you. Dang it. That's cool. Shadow Step. Okay. Ah, bro. Need 2 more silk, and this is what you're doing to me? That's a gorilla. There we go, okay. Just give me the silk. Oh, you know what? I forgot. They stop dropping stuff after a while if you farm the same area. Totally forgot. So we gotta leave. I totally forgot about that. You can clear them once and then you gotta go. Because of that stupid old glitch. And it's mostly gonna hurt you when you're farming frickin' cloth. Which is what we're doing right now. Totally forgot about that. Here we go, we can fight these guys. Come on. Come on, Zanzil zombies. Zanzil zombies, Zanzil mind slaves. Okay, there we go. Alright, now this guy appears. Oh, we have to buy the... We have to buy this other thing, too. It is 4 red dye. So we have to go up and buy red dye. We can maybe buy some from here. Maybe there is some kind of vendor or something over here. Or maybe they hate us here now. Not sure. Okay.
Don't waste my time.
Bunk, 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 bunk. Fishing supplies, no. Andalar tribe. Herbalism. These are quest people. Food and drink. So there's no trade person here that I see. There absolutely could be one. I'm just not looking it up fast enough. Alright, so then we will have the ratchet one we have to look up to, and then there's one for Gadget Stan and Tanaris we have to do. And there's one in Winter Spring. Okay, so... Alright, we gotta find a trade vendor. I know there's gonna be one somewhere around in this place. General supplies? No. I should buy that though. This place. Okay, trainer, can you train me? No. Trader. Cloth and leather. Leather working. Come on, guys. Stable. Trade goods. There we go.
Zug zug.
How much do I need? 4. Oh, I need that. Those are gonna all be good when I get there. I need 4 red dye. 1, 2. Alright, cool. Now where does this guy spawn? Underneath Mistvale Valley to the south. Well, we definitely need the ratchet one. Whether or not we do the other 2 right now, today, I might cut it off and just do those as we hit those zones up, since I have to pee my freaking brains out. So that's gonna maybe cut today's episode. I drink a lot of water really fast because I was working and I didn't drink a lot during the day, so then I drank a whole water. So basically, like, I've drank like 50 ounces of water in the past 2 hours. So it's coming home to roost now. All right, where's this guy at? Is that him up there? There he is. So this is a repeatable called Traitor to the Bloodsail.
That mangy dog Rebel Gaz has offered to pardon any former Bloodsails willing to turn on their captain. That bearded sucker asked me to go off on me old mates and bring back their bandanas as proof. I don't have it in me heart to do that, nor will I ask ye to. Bring me some silk cloth and red dye, and I'll make suitable replicas. I'll tell the baron you went turncoat, but be warned, the Bloodsails are not going to like it. Let us observe a moment of silence for our fallen mate Scallywag. The Bloodsail traitor grins at you and winks. Being a traitor is one thing. Murdering your own buckles, that would be just downright despicable, aye? Alright, so that decreased my rep with the Bloodsail Buck by 500, but raised my reputation with Booty Bay by 500 and all the others. So you'd have to do that a crap ton of times if that's really what you're all about. One day I could do that. I don't know. Because do all of those other things hate me? They all hate me now. Bummer. Alright, so that was called Traitor to the Bloodsail. Oh, this was called Avast Ye, Admiral. We did that one. And then Traitor to the Bloodsail. Okay, the only other one we can do right now is called, I think, Mending Old Wounds. Mending Old Wounds. Mending Old Wounds is the person inside Ratchet. You need 40 linen and 4 crystal vials. We have plenty of linen. That part's not going to hurt us at all. Plenty of linen. We just don't... We have to go buy those crystal vials. Okay, meanwhile, we also have to go to Ratchet. But... we could take the boat out of Booty Bay. Or... we could simply port to Orgrimmar, then fly down. The Booty Bay one is probably gonna... actually, I don't know if we can even port to Booty Bay. Maybe we have to... where's the trade guy? Right here. How much crystal vials?
What can I do for you?
We need 4. I have to buy a 20 set. Okay. It's probably the realm goal right now. Alright, so we are... I gotta say I'm doing a little flex move right now where I'm riding my purple dragon that you can only get from that expansion. I mean, from that achievement, what a long strange trip it's been. I'm walking around with my Bloodsail Admiral, which again, admittedly, nowhere near as hard as what used to be. And I am wearing my little hat, just flexing. I honestly would have loved this purple drake. That's harder than. That's the, I'm pretty sure that's the one that comes from what a long strange trip it's been. Alright, so we're going to turn this one in, and then that's going to be it for today. We'll turn the other two, the one in Winter Spring in when we hit Winter Spring up, and we'll do the one... This one is found from someone named Mupsy Shacklefield. Actually, yeah, right there. Right outside, because they hate me now, but she's on the outside here.
Interesting.
You better think twice before setting foot in Ratchet, Gleekon. Word's been getting around to your dirty deeds. You're in luck, though. A ship just arrived with many wounded from an encounter with the Bloodsail Buccaneers. This is your chance to prove you're not a complete scoundrel. Lend us a hand by bringing linen cloth for bandages and empty vials for potions.
Yeah, what do you want?
I'm happy you're seeing the error of your ways, Gleekon. Keep the supplies coming. We're not going to forget about you so easily.
Very fast.
So in reality, the best thing to do would be to get yourself back up there with Ratchet. And then, like, do these other easy ones first. And then you could work on... No, we've dropped to neutral. We dropped from friendly down to neutral. As we dropped 1,000. They're gonna hate us again. Or you know it. I don't need that one anymore as my bar. Okay, cool. Alright. Oh, I wanted to set a Hearthstone. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to set a Hearthstone Orc bar. I'm not. I don't want to fly back there. I gotta pee too bad. This is just gonna be our life. Yeah, they don't want me going into Ratchet now. That is what it is. Alright, everybody, thank you so much for watching, for listening, and for tuning in. We have this episode now. Oh, wait. There we go. I want to get Old Girl having a salute. Why is it doing that? There we go. This episode is now in the pipe. 5x5. That was a lot of work.